Alright, so today I'm with Amir and we're currently on our day 3 of shooting the Ironman short film. I'm really grateful and thankful that Amir has been helping me film for the past like 3 times.
I'm not getting paid.
I know, he's doing like purely just because he wants to do it, and yeah, so I'm really grateful that he's doing it for me. We've been having a lot of fun filming lately, and I've also been busy working on the short film, so that's why I wasn't able to post like last week on YouTube. But so far the short film is looking pretty good. We've got some really good footage. I have like 5 hours of total footage right now on the timeline, so that's gonna be a bitch to edit, but hopefully the video will turn out pretty well. And yeah, today we're just getting some swim shots. It's gonna be fun though. Hopefully we'll get some sick shots. So we actually moved to a new table because it was getting a little too loud. Essentially, if you guys don't know already, I'm making a short film about my triathlon, and so I've been having Amir to help me with the short film so far, and he's been my cameraman, cinematographer.
Yeah, second AC.
Pretty much, and he's been amazing. So just gonna update you guys and talk about what we've learned so far in this process.
Alright, so what are some challenges or things that you learned?
I have learned that making a short film is such a huge project, and it's way bigger than I thought. Like originally I had this vision, I kind of know what I want. There's gonna be a narrative, it's gonna be some random shots, and then I record a bunch of like footage over the course of like my training and the actual race. So I thought it's gonna be easy. I just gotta make a script, record, edit together, and it'll be done. But it is a lot more complex than that, and you could say I definitely underestimated the work. What about you?
Filming you on the bike, because I'm on rollerblades, I can't go as fast as you, and it's hard for me to like consistently control my speed to match you, because obviously you're biking with pedals. For me, if I want to catch up to you, I have to start blading again, and by then the camera shake, you're basically starting a new shot. So that was difficult, like trying to like gauge our speeds together to get a consistent long shot.
I feel like it would have been much easier if we had access to like the vehicle and you could sit in the trunk, get some really smooth. Me either. I'm sorry.
Another challenge was just making sure we got all the shots in time and seeing how the lighting changed around us. I remember when we shot the scenes at Gary Point, we were supposed to get there during sunset, but by the time we got there, it was already down. It's just like how fast the light just moves. I think every single thing we shot was naturally lit. It's definitely difficult to like shape the light, get the right angles when it's like harsh light or like midday, stuff like that.
Yeah, I guess like force us to be more creative in angles, and I guess that ultimately makes us a better filmmaker because we learn to use like whatever's available to us.
What to do differently?
I guess something that we would do differently next time if we were to approach a similar project for me would be definitely have more time to prepare for the project, like do better on the brainstorming, because I kind of just like threw myself into this project and I just dived right in without really like thinking it through of how much work that needs to be done before this project can come alive.
I think for me, I'd probably get at least one more person to help too, just because you can have someone like look over footage or drive a car, look at like the shot list, keep everyone on track. Because it was just 2 of us, there's a lot of work that we're both doing. Like for Ryan, it's like he's the actor, but also like he's looking over the shots.
I'm the actor, I'm the director.
He's looking at like if the focal length's right.
So like filming me, and then after we're done, I'll immediately hop over to the camera and like look over the footage and see if it's good, if that's what I want. We'll redo it again.
Like, okay, let's do the shot again, this angle, this focal length. So it's like having a third eye is like would be helpful. What was the most fun part for you?
Most fun part was definitely just enjoying and being in the creative process. Throughout the school year, I never really got the chance to like be creative, especially on the filming side of things, and I've always wanted to do like a short film. And so being finally able to make my own short film and collaborating with another creative is like one of the best experiences ever.
I think for me the
rollerblading.
I use an A6000, he has an A6600, so it's definitely fun using like more advanced equipment. And rollerblading was fun. Like there's just one strip of like a road that he found on UBC, and we just kept going back and forth.
That was so tiring, man.
On that road. He would just go down and I would just rollerblade behind him or in front of him. And we would just record shots there.
So how do you find the collaborative, like creative process?
I actually haven't done a lot of video projects where I sit down with someone and like do pre-production, because most videos that I do is like it's all in my head. I don't really need a shot list most of the time unless it's like super planned. So having to do the pre-production animation process with someone else where they have to, you know, extrapolate all the imagery from their head and put it onto something so that I can also understand like what kind of shots that he wants. It's like challenging but also interesting at the same time, because that creative process is, you know, it's eye-opening because it lets you really see like what's needed for a bigger project like this.
Yeah, again, like for me, I've always been more of a solo creator, I guess. Like I make YouTube videos, but most of them are just like I film whatever I want and I just like find music or the effects like during the edit. I think like using that approach is sufficient, but like for a bigger project like a short film, it might not be the most ideal, because that was like my first time ever like creating a mood board. Like I knew what a mood board is, but I've never done it before and I never needed to. The creative process is definitely different.
Yeah, it's cool to see how it's different when you add more people to something like this.
So we're gonna talk about equipment. This whole short film is literally shot on my Sony a6600 with a 1655 like 99% of the time. Occasionally the gimbal, and that's literally it. Yeah, it was like a very minimal and small setup, and I think for what we have and the footage that we were able to get, I was actually quite surprised with how well the footage turned out. I had this camera for about a year and I always knew like this camera was pretty capable, but I think like shooting this short film actually like pushed the limits of the camera and I was able to like see what this camera can actually offer. What about you?
We didn't rig up the camera, so literally it's either on a gimbal or just like
handheld,
bare camera, like handheld. For the most part, it was able to work for all the shots that we needed. And because the setup is so simple, it's like so easy to transport. He just puts it in his backpack and we bike to the next location. Like the fact that it was so small and light was very, very convenient for this shoot. Because we were mainly using one lens, it's like you have to use certain focal lengths. So we only had like either 16, 24, 35, or 50. And if you take into account that it's crop factor, it's like
it's pretty good. It's pretty solid.
Good. So
got all the main like focal lengths right there.
Yeah, so because of the limitations, it forces us to be more creative, which is, I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, I think so too. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed watching it. So this video is pretty much like a preview of my Iron Man short film. I'm currently still working on it. I still have to record the narrative, and so hopefully this video will be done in like a few weeks, few months. Definitely by the end of this year, but I'm really excited to show you guys the end product. This is my personal short film that I've been literally planning since like a year ago, so I'm really excited to show you guys and I hope you guys will like it. But yeah, until then, I hope you guys have a good day and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!